My name is Frantz Prosper, better known as Fantastic. So we're here with HaitiTourism TV, and we're here with a very good friend of mine for many years to talk about certain projects we have coming up, not only for Haiti, but also globally. And Haiti, we haven't been for 4.5 years now, I believe.
Correct.
And we're so excited to be going back this year. So we're happy to talk to you guys about this. So Mark, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so hi everyone. My name is Mark Meyer, born and raised in South Africa, Cape Town. I just want to thank Haiti Tourism for this opportunity to run this podcast and also just talk more about my nonprofit foundation and how we just impact the community and also globally with our educational programs as well as our technology. So most definitely, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So now we've known each other for many years.
Yes.
And we talk about doing this podcast now for a couple of weeks. And, Marlon was gracious enough to let us come on the platform to talk about Me'Yer Deus Foundation. So now, what did it for you? Where did the passion come from to do this foundation?
So the passion came from I worked when I lived in Austin, Texas. This was in 2010. I worked for a housing authority, so we worked in Section 8 housing, and I had a lot of outreach programs that I had to do. So I was really active in the community, and then I was just also doing presentations on how to encourage and empower the youth. Mm-hmm. So I was doing a lot of just outreach community work. We was feeding the homeless, and then I just had this idea like I want to branch out and do my own nonprofit. I want to give birth to something that I really care about, and the thing that I care about a lot is seeing students being successful, and we just focus on education and technology.
Okay, now was Haiti your first trip?
Yes.
And why
yes.
Haiti?
Okay, so good question. So I moved to Miami in 1998, and the school I attended was Miami Edison Senior High. That was my school. That's I joined the soccer team, and everyone on my soccer team, they were from Haiti, Port-au-Prince,
Okay.
Cap Haitian. So everyone just from different locations in Haiti. And I just fell in love with the culture, the people, what they had to offer. And we just launched the first project in 2021. It was in Haiti, Moby, Haiti.
Yeah. Was that the one where I accompanied you to the airport?
Yes. Remember, we took a trip. Actually, we took a trip from Miami all the way. Where was it? The location?
I forgot. I think it was an airport in West Palm, or
no, it was further up. It was like a 2-hour drive
really?
For us because we had to stay over. Remember, we had a hotel out there and we stayed over.
It was many years ago.
Yeah, because we had the U-Haul truck with all the school supplies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we had the U-Haul with all the school supplies because I had to ship it, and they was flying me directly with all my school supplies to Port-au-Prince, and then from Port-au-Prince we would actually have someone that meet me. Then we'll just take the school supplies to the school that we were supporting in Haiti.
Okay. Now with me, I remember when you told me you had a foundation and going to Haiti, and growing up in Haiti and serving the community.
Yeah.
And I'm not too big on, these big nonprofits, these big people out there doing. To me, they do their own thing. It's not really for the people. It's their own little kingdom, their own little things. And also because it was you personally doing it, I said, well, you know what? This guy's not even Haitian, and I'm Haitian. So I felt like, you know what, I could do more. So who and how? I said, you know what, then let me just put my efforts, behind you.
Yeah. And I'm happy that you actually started to join my foundation because you're part of my board.
Yes.
You're executive director as far as managing and getting all the contracts and just connecting me with different people. So I appreciate you for that.
Of course.
But no, I'm happy that you decided like, hey, man, this guy, Mark Meyer, is from South Africa, but he's investing in Haiti. And, we had to start about where you felt like, I want to do something for my culture and my people. And I told you, you know what, I have the vision, I have the idea. All we need to do is just put in work, put in effort, and we will see results. And that's what we've been doing for these last couple of years. We've been putting in work, and we've been seeing good results. So I'm happy you jumped on board.
Yeah, so during the introduction, I did mention we haven't been to Haiti for 4.5 years, but we didn't stop.
Yeah.
I think our last school was in South Africa this year. We did a school in the Dominican Republic as well.
Yeah, we did last year. We did Dominican Republic and also Ghana.
Yeah, because of all the problems that was going on in the country. Yes. So now we finally get a chance to go back after 4.5 years, and we're really excited. Now, let me ask you, the name Me'Yer Deus, how did that name come about? How did you come up with that name?
So Me'Yer Deus is, I came to a point in my life where I felt like I didn't have any direction. I didn't feel like I didn't have a purpose in my life. I was just literally I was just going back to the drawing book all the time, and I just felt like there wasn't any movement that I could see in my life or any progress. So I remember I was just talking to God and I was praying to God a lot, like, God, can you please just help or guide me with my vision, my direction? What am I supposed to do? Like, I feel lost. And I just had that honest conversation with God, and I felt like that helped me and it gave birth to this idea I'll never forget. Um, just one night, I think I just woke up at 3 in the morning. And I just felt like I got a download of like,
Okay.
this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be investing. So the foundation is called Me'Yer Deus, and I made a promise to God. So it means me, yes, God. So God felt like God provided me like, hey, if I give you this nonprofit, are you gonna, execute? And I just said, me, yes, God. So it's just kind of like me giving a commitment to God, like as long as you lead me, I will provide and I will execute with my mission that I'm supposed to do on this earth. We all have missions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you have to really own and mold what is this thing that you love to do. Some people, they love animals, they love feeding, helping the homeless people, but what is this thing that you love to do? And I felt like I gave birth, help inspire the youth, and that's what it comes from. It's just me following God's directions for my own life, and through my foundation, we were able to impact and inspire thousands of kids in different
Okay,
nations.
now, when we talk about the community, was it the community in the Little Haiti area where you were going to school, or you just an idea for the Haitian country itself?
So I've seen, so the reason why I wanted to go to Haiti, right? So I
Mhm.
first got to be around the culture, just going to school in Little Haiti, Miami Edison Senior High. And then I was like, man, I just love the culture. I love, the language, Creole, Bagone, like
Yeah.
the Pasimena Bola. These are just things that I've learned, right?
Uh-huh.
Mes amis, those are just things that I picked up. And then I was like, if I have to give back, because I moved to Miami in 98, and the first school I went to was Miami Edison Senior High. I was like, if I have to do something, I want to give back to the people of Haiti. And that's where we gave birth to our first project in Haiti, and it was successful. It was really successful. Besides the politics and things that was going on in Haiti that
Mhm.
just kind of stopped us from going to Haiti. Now we're just revamping. Haiti is really powerful. Haiti is a gold mine.
Yes.
I've been to Haiti several times. Haiti is a gold mine. People is not just exposing it, but then you'll have people like me that say, what, Haiti is so much more than people think. So I am 100% behind Haiti. Cultivate, because I do want to see those people succeed, and not just them, but just people around the world. So Haiti has a big place for me in my heart, and I love Haiti.
We appreciate you for that. And everybody, all over of Haiti, everybody doing something for the country. And right now, there's a lot of movements in the Haitian community. And I know a lot of us here who don't live there anymore. Some of us still moving back. And you want to know how to help the country where you can plug in to do your part. It doesn't mean that you yourself have to create an organization. Just find somebody you trust, find people you trust, people already there working. Now, what services did you, when you looked at the community, what did you think how you could best use your talents to help the country and the community?
So when I first went there, we actually did, we was actually doing outreach work at the
Uh-huh.
school. We was actually cleaning up, just helping the community. The school was actually cleaning up because they was building the school with the infrastructure. So it was actually out there just cleaning up the area that I was in. That was in Moby. And then I saw that, I can make a difference with education. I can provide them my leadership curriculum books.
Mm-hmm.
I can provide them school supplies, and that's something that I saw they didn't have the resources, but I was like, I can provide that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just want people to be successful, especially youth.
Yes.
I want them to have a guidance, because I went through that same phase where I was like, what am I going to do with my life?
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw like I can impact students from different cultures. And once I saw that, we just started to invest in Haiti, because we do want the best for the community, the people. And also, let me tell you, I had such a good time when I was in Haiti. I mean, eating the street food, going to the beach, going all the way up to the mountains, eating the
Mhm.
watermelons, just being around the culture, the people, yang, the sound of the motorbikes, I mean, everything, it's just like, oh man, this is amazing. And people are just free. When I go to Haiti, I feel free. So I have so much good things to say about Haiti.
Yeah, so your website, you talk about helping the youth discover their destiny.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think that is, or how, the things that we're doing can actually help their kids figure some things out while they're still in school through your leadership programs?
So through my leadership program, right? So I teach a lot. So we teach setting short-term goals, long-term goals, motivation, how to set realistic goals, time management. Those are just a couple of things that I have in my book. Our ultimate goal is for the kids to come to a point and ask themselves, who am I as an individual and how can I impact my community? How can I make this space and this place better? Because remember, a community that works together is way better than an individual that's trying to save the community, right? So we all got to be on this platform or this mindset. How can I make a difference in my community? Now, me as an outsider, I'm going in your community. I'm going to Haiti, and I'm like, hey, I'm implementing these ideas that other people might not have, but I want the people of Haiti to be successful. So it's also me investing in individuals that can do something for Haiti because they live in the country.
That's true.
I can provide them with the resources, but I want them to apply it to themselves and create this own idea like, you know what, I can do this. So that just means like saying, hey, come up with ideas and I can help cultivate you.
Okay.
But what can we do to help change Haiti?
Now that's with the mentorship program.
Yes.
To give these kids confidence, to help them find their calling and find the direction of their lives.
Correct. Yeah. And also with that, right, it only takes one idea to set yourself free for the rest of your life.
That's true.
Like you just need one idea to set yourself free for the rest of your life, and also just generations, right? Yeah. So why not invest in that? And also I feel like there's kids that's really smart out there. They have the knowledge, the wisdom, but they don't have the resources. So why not give it to them? Give it them for free. And we provide the leadership curriculum books for free through my foundation, and we talk about this. We don't charge kids for being successful. We want to see them successful. There's no price point on it. We want to see them successful. And if we can make an impact now, what's where Haiti is going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? But we're starting off small. So it's just the broader idea,
Okay, now I have an interesting question. So, and I think it's something I struggle with. I think we all struggle with sometimes with confidence. So when you come across a student who says, well, they don't know what to do with life, like, how do you interact with this student?
Oh, good question. So the first thing I ask them, provide me 5 things of your strengths. Like, what things do you do? So if you ask me that question, I say, hey, Frantz Prosper, give me 5 strengths that you know about yourself. Remember, you know yourself way better than me.
Better than anybody else. Yeah.
So you'll say, hey, Mark, I have this, I have this, I have this. You'll name all of those. And I say, okay, give me 2 things that you're struggling with. And I said, the most important things that you are struggling with. So they'll give me 2 things. Then I work on those 2 things. I said, you already have these 5 qualifications right here. Let's knock these 2 things out. So it's just literally just letting them know like, hey, anything is your mindset. Your mindset is every single thing, right? So then we work on those 2 negative things. And this is how you start cultivating and just work on the things that they do positive for you, right? You always want to reinforce people with positivity and don't focus on the negative. The negative you can always work on. And success is always just about your mindset. If I can make it, anyone can make it.
That's true. Okay. So now, it's clear to see that self-confidence play a role in academic success and leadership, for, I guess, not just the kids, but for also the adults to be successful in life. Now, is there part of the foundation where we also provide services for adults as well? Yeah. Or is it just for the students?
Oh, we also provide services for adults. Look, I found myself after I went back to school when I was 30 years old, to finish my degree. That was 30 years old. So sometimes, we as adults, life happens. We start a family, we have kids, this and this. And then life just takes you on this journey that you really, you at a point, you might be 40, 50, it depends where you're at in your life. And you still ask yourself, who am I as an individual? Some people, I'm telling you right now, they marry, they have kids.
And sometimes life happens, divorce, you got to start your life over. Look at the situation of the Haitian community now. People leave the country, you're here, but now it's all, not to get political, and it's part of a reality. Now some people have to go back and start again with their lives.
Yeah, and some people don't know who they are as an individual. So we also help and mentor those like, hey, it's okay. Like, we talk about it, so most definitely, we help out people that's all adults as well.
Okay.
in the mentorship program.
Okay. So I guess we can talk about that later. But now, how do you develop these curriculum for the kids, these mentorship and leadership programs?
So the way I reached out my leadership or developed my leadership curriculum program, I have 4 books out right now that I published on Amazon, and this was way back in 2018, 19, 20, 21. So I have several books. I have a book called Self-Motivation and Courage. I have a book called Purpose. I have a book called Destiny. I have a vision board book, and then I have the leadership book. So I incorporated the leadership book through 2 books. We take the self-motivation book and the purpose book. So through those chapters, I just combined a reality of lesson plans in the curriculum. So I use those 2 books with my own leadership program. So I just incorporate. So and that's how we use the books for the schools.
Okay. And now, what makes your curriculum different compared to traditional classroom education?
So the best way it is, so my books is my story, is my reality.
Okay.
So it's me incorporating what things I've struggled with, things I've overcome, the challenges, the goods, the bads, the ugly, the sad. So just all those things that I think regular people go with. People deal with mental health, people deal with depression, people deal with stress, people deal with anxiety. Where do I go? What do I do in my life? Those are all things that normal people will deal with, but I have the answers with. But we're trying, what our ultimate goal is, before students even get to that stage, hey, you already have a manual for how to deal with it or how to correct it if you're already experiencing those things, bullying, all those things. So it's just like, hey, we have this curriculum, this leadership curriculum that can set you on the right path. And it's also a true story. It's my story. It's
That's
more
true.
authentic.
Yeah, because oftentimes you just, especially growing up in Haiti myself, going to school, you just go to school, learn to read and write, the numbers and all of that stuff. But then there was a stress of living there, and it was never addressed. Where there was a political turmoil and chaos going on. And some of us, I don't know, we just had to internalize it to deal with it. And sometimes the best way to deal with it was not to deal with it because we didn't know. And now it's so great that these days, I guess our generation, especially with the way your organization, we can actually help implement these things with the classroom with these kids.
Yeah.
So it's okay to talk about these things. It's okay to talk about certain things because you're just told to do this and do that, but nobody really asks you who you are, what you see, what you want to do. And these, I've seen the mentorship aspect of it and how impactful it is on the kids, how much it does give them confidence because they're not just going to school and sitting at the bench, actually participating in their self-development as well, which is key for kids, I believe, for anybody.
Yeah, you want the kids to engage. You want them to have open dialogue with you, right? You want to hear their side, right? So I'm more on the back end where I'm listening to what they are saying, and I'm just observing and then responding in the best way that I can, right? But it's still motivating, inspiring them to let them know you're going to be successful in life. So.
Well, also, we have to make sure that they have an environment where they can ask these questions. Where do they see themselves in the future? And how do you go about getting them to that point that it's okay to open up to talk about?
I'm a big believer. So when I grew in South Africa, right, in Cape Town, South Africa, my environment wasn't the best, but that didn't define who I became today. Your environment should not define who you are going to become. Your environment is just a true story of your life.
Yes.
But you can get out of that mindset of the bubble or the surrounding. It just take one person to change that. One person can change that whole environment just with their mindset. So I'm a firm believer you can go in and you can change your environment just by having a positive outlook and a positive mindset. So I'm a firm believer. I've done that. So when I go to Haiti, yes, your environment might be hard, this and this, but your mindset, your mindset, if you have a powerful mindset, and I tell you, you just need one idea to be successful. So I always challenge them, what is this thing that you like to do or you see yourself that can change generations, right? So we can't define an environment saying, oh, we're going to fail because our environment. No, I don't believe in that. You can make a difference. And people is like, you know what? He came from this and look where he's at. So you can be the match in that darkness, right? So it just change your attitude, change your mindset, change your perspective, just change things that you want to see for your community.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is the one lesson or the the most important thing, if you can take from the books to put in the kids' hands? What is the most important thing You can tell the kids how you go about becoming this leader, believing in yourself.
So the first thing I would always tell the kids, find out, and then I talked about this before, I said, find out who you are as an individual. Find out. That is the key. It helped me because let me tell you right now, when I found out who I was as an individual, there's some people that I let go because they wasn't serving me anymore.
Yeah.
The higher I was going, I was meeting people on that same level, the same mindset, same attitude, same demeanor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Find out who you are. I'm going to tell you, you'll find the right group of people. If you find the people that love to help the community, love to help the homeless people, always engaging, you're going to grow with those people, right? And then from there on, your passion. What is your passion?
Yeah.
So what is your passion? If you want to be, hey, I want to be a content creator. Okay. What content are you going to talk about? Hey, I like to build things. I want to be a carpenter. Okay, cool. What do we like to build? Like we have billions of people on this earth, right? And everyone have different skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is different. So always try to bring that out of them. Sit down with yourself. So that's the biggest thing I always talk about. And then always the challenges. What do you think you challenge? Oh, I don't have this and this and this, but it's okay if you can still continue with it. It's also growth, right? Life is growth. We learn and we learn every day. I learn new things every single day.
And I believe, and that's one thing we don't often do, especially now that I live in the diaspora community. When we hear, we often forget that these people, they have a mindset as well. They have ideas as well.
Yes.
So a lot of time it was us coming from here, stateside, or from the diaspora, going there and telling people this is what you do, how you do, without even asking them.
Correct.
And a lot of time they have great ideas. And I remember the first trip that we went, that 2-hour drive, we were taking things away. We met this gentleman, a missionary, American missionary. He went there for a missions trip. And he said, you know what? He fell in love with the country and he didn't want to move back. So I remember what he said. He asked the people, the local, what can I do for you now? Now that I came, we helped, we prayed, now it's time to get to work. What do you people need? And that's something oftentimes here we think that the people, they're so lost. They don't know. They don't have any ideas what to do with their life. Sometimes they do. They just want a partnership. They just want some assistance.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, especially even at a young age, a lot of us, we know sometimes it gets shut down because, our lives and future are planned for us.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes if we can go and ask people exactly like, what can we do? Okay, what ideas do you have?
Yes.
And I think and I believe a lot of time it works better that way. And that's one thing from the first trip that I came along with. And that's what that gentleman said. He asked the people what they needed. And from there, and he's still there right now. I think his kids are probably grown now, homeschooled. And I think he was outside of Okap. From what I remember, man, I wish I had kept his
and also
his information.
Just to add on to what you were saying, who knows anything better than people that live inside of Haiti?
Yes.
It's them,
Yes.
I can. Oh, that's why. So when I go, I listen. I'm really quiet a lot, but I listen and I observe and I see, okay, these are the things where they're lacking, and that's why the school that we helped out, they said, yeah, we need school supplies, we need the books, so those were the things that we provided because that was something that they needed in order for them to be successful. So you always have to listen, most definitely, because they know themselves better. Because I just don't want to go in and implement things, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is your needs?
Exactly.
What are your needs?
And it's not something that here we do intentionally. It's just that we're so eager and so excited to help. We forget that their needs are different than ours.
Correct.
The mentality, the way of doing things. Okay. It's a different country. It's a different culture. As much as all the struggles, but there's also a lot of beauty. Sometimes they just need assistance, really.
Correct.
And if we can ask, what do you need? What can I do to help? And you'll see, it's easier. And it's one of the main things, aside from the leadership program, that's really helped me to join, your foundation.
Yeah.
Because we do something that not too many people do, the computer labs.
Yeah.
Because, again, growing up in Haiti in the church, that's what you do. You go, you pray for people, you raise money, you give clothes, you give food, even the books as well. But now that we're in this modern world and a lot of these kids don't have a laptop, let's say they want to become content creators or just architects, some place where they can go and have access to the modern world, have access, to a computer where they can, let their creative minds play. And that's with us. I think that's sets us I won't say necessarily a part because I'm sure other people are doing it also. But for me, that's a greater need because everybody else is doing everything else, and that's great. We support you, we appreciate you. But I do believe my Deus, aside from the leadership programs, we can also raise funds and build these computer labs for these kids.
Yeah, the most important thing, right? If you have, like I said, we have a movement already, right? We've been successful. Sometimes you do need support from the community or just different business owners, private owners that say, hey, you know what, I love this idea. They're already behind education and technology. They already have these programs running. How can we contribute to that, right? How can we actually get behind small nonprofits like me?
Yeah.
We're not the Bill Gates, we're not the Microsoft, but guess what? We're still out there doing legwork, and also we've been successful. So that speaks a lot of volume.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, because the system is still archaic in the rural areas.
Yeah.
So it's good to be able to bring technology.
Yeah.
And also a global education to these kids. They need to see, and I'm sure they have an idea because last time I think I had a friend been to Haiti and like, well, everybody has a cell phone, even the most rural areas. Okay, but now about implementing that to the curriculum.
Yeah. So also we launched. We provided laptops to MacBook laptops to a school in Ghana, King Rates Academy. Oh man, they're amazing. I love the students out there. So
that was the last project.
That was the last project
this year.
So we launched that project, which was amazing. I had so much fun in Ghana. Just the culture, the people again, and once again, we were up there, supporting students, implementing education. We provided our curriculum books for free to the students because we want to see them being successful, and also technology. We want the kids, they can run Cisco, they can do PowerPoint presentations, how to write formal emails. Like you can teach them so much with technology, and also at this day and age, you need technology.
Yeah, you do.
It's big because that's where we're going towards, right? So we are behind it. Also, another one we invested is in Dominican Republic, San Juan. We provided laptops to all the teachers over there. Yep, we did. And we fed the students. And once again, so we're in Haiti, we're in Dominican Republic, we're in Ghana. We're about to launch again Cap Haitian, so most definitely we're doing South Africa. So there's going to be a lot of projects that we are actually up and getting to launch, but also with this, we also need help funding. If people want to support Me'Yer Deus Foundation, most definitely, you can go to www.meyrdeusfoundation.org. Once again, I will say www.meyrdeusfoundation.org. That's where you can find us. And
we have an Instagram page as well.
Yeah, Instagram.
I don't know if you'll be able to plug a link.
Yeah, well, just Instagram is just MEYERDEUS, and you can follow us on those social medias. But yeah, just seeing the difference and how everything just started off with one idea, with me praying to God, and look at the work, right? So I always tell people, man, you always gotta if you want to be successful, man. I've learned in my life, God has guided me so much. So.
Before I forget, because I haven't been on the trips yet, unfortunately.
Yeah,
okay. Now, no, soon that will change. Yeah. But I wanted to ask, with your experiences, with the different schools and countries you've been, what is the shift or change you've seen with the kids? Because, the videos are there. We're going to upload and share some of the videos on YouTube and even on Instagram as well. What impact did you see live when the kids had the laptops? And when they had the technology in front of them that they didn't have before, how did that affect them? How did that make them feel?
So the first thing we're not coming with Me'Yer Deus Foundation. We're not coming empty-handed, right? We have purpose, we have vision, we have mission, right? So when we go there, the first thing I want to see kids being excited because we provide them MacBooks. Right?
Yeah. MacBooks. This is a big deal.
Yeah, we give them we give them the best of the best. So we provide them MacBook laptops. For the school in Ghana, King Rates Academy. And the kids could not stop thanking me. There was the whole entire school, from the principal to the staff to the students, they were really grateful and thankful. And because they never had anyone invested in giving them MacBook laptops for their education. So with us, it's just seeing the joy, the happiness, and also we're standing behind their success.
Yes.
Also with the program, the leadership program, Once the students is done with it, they get certificate. So it's a 2-year program. It's 24 months. They get leadership certificate 1 and then leadership certificate 2. So they get a leadership certificate. I mean, that they can take home once they're done with the program. So we are printing them saying, hey, you are successful in leadership 1. So it's a 24-month program. So most definitely, we want to see them successful. And that success is by showing they finish the course.
Okay. Now, how do you believe technology can help close the gap between these communities? Well, kids from the first world and also kids in these third world countries or rural areas in Haiti, Africa that we go to. How do you think technology can help close that gap?
So technology, right? So, and I'm going to use the example. China is way ahead of us with technology,
Yes.
right? If they have the infrastructure, they have the resources, so their kids can develop way faster. Because nowadays everything is on iPad, iPhone, laptops, So people that don't have it, they kind of they'll be struggling like, hey, how do I open up an email? How do I write an email? How do I reply? So we just coming in saying, hey, we have the resources to you guys can be successful as well. So just kind of closing that gap, like, hey, this is how you open up a browser. This is how you do a PowerPoint presentation. Just those things that in life that you're going to need, and also just teach them how to do it, right? And there's several different programs that you can run on that technology basis for kids to be successful. So that's just closing the gap of the haves and the have-nots.
I mean, we've been in the information age for a while now, and now it's clear the digital age, and it's unfortunate that certain parts of the world, certain kids, don't have access to these things. And it's really why I'm so vested, because it's not that the other parts are not important. People still need to eat. They still need lodging. They need clothes. And guys, whatever, there are plenty of organizations out there helping, and they can find something where you can plug in something's trustworthy. And my experience has always been a lot of these nonprofits, they're well intentioned, but they were never really for the people. It's it's their own little kingdom, and that really for somebody who grew up in Haiti, we always have that trauma. Listen, you people come here, you say you want to help, but you don't really help. You come after a few months, few years, you're gone. Everybody's living off the backs of the donations, the people willing to help. You guys are staying in 5-star resort hotels, swimming in pools every day and, eating lobster, but you know what, you're not really there to help. And sometimes it can be frustrating. So this is why whoever you're going to support, it's always good to do a little background check. That's the part we got to take accountability. And again, if you don't know, just ask somebody who does. Okay. But one thing I've always believed is you ask the local people, the local community, what their needs are. Okay. As much as us who are statesides or we're in Canada, France, wherever else in the world, the people down there, they're a lot smarter than, we give them credit for. It's just that with all the chaos of politics and economy, they know what they need. Okay. They just need help. So find a way to plug in and help, with
and
these
also, when I started this foundation in 2018, right? Money was never the motivation. Passion.
Yes.
I always had a passion. And until
we don't do this to make money or to be rich.
No,
really.
It's just a passion. As we open up computer labs, we literally give the leadership books to the kids for free through my foundation.
Sometimes it's us doing our own fundraising with our monies, buying the plane tickets. Everything comes from us.
So money shouldn't be a motivation because that will disrupt the passion, right? So the passion should be way higher, and that's what I'm saying. That's why we've been successful to open up and just go into these communities, these countries, and say, hey, this is what we have to offer, and because we're standing behind people, the kids being successful. We're standing because it's my story, it's my story, and I know how I've been at that point where I was lost. So I just kind of like, hey, you don't need to go through this. Let's cut this out, bypass this. That's where we come in, and we just educating, right? So most definitely.
Okay. So we spoke about we're international community, started from Haiti first. Now, are there any countries out there, communities where you like to see Me'Yer Deus Foundation reach?
Yes, most definitely. I wanna do Caribbean. I want to see Belize. I want to see Bahamas. I want to see Jamaica. Yes, I want to be in Brazil. I just want to be. There shouldn't be a limit to where we can open up these computer labs, right? But we also need a family behind us, right?
Yeah.
It's better if we just have like more supporters, more donors saying, hey, you know what, we want to be behind this, and we can execute. The
so the next
passion is
trip,
there.
the next trip is for north of Haiti.
Yeah,
We found a
Cap
school
Yes.
in Cap Haitian,
Cap
and I know
yeah.
the second school. Well, I don't know. We'll see if you guys can come up with something. It's going to be a school of my parents' hometown.
Yeah.
Okay, I started to talk to my cousins about it. It's not official yet, but I'm really excited.
No. We're gonna
to
make
see
things
Me'Yer Deus set up something where I come from.
Yeah,
personally.
we one thing about life, man, we speak things into existence,
Yes.
right? Because you asked me how many, and these are I named them, and that's what we're gonna be, right? With that being said, yeah, we're going back to Haiti, and we're gonna go implement. We're putting Haiti back on the map, and we're gonna implement those computer labs because it's time for people to accept Haiti. Haiti's up there, and we're gonna implement because we want to see success, and that's it. Like I said, I've always loved the culture, the people. So we're gonna do it.
Okay. Now let's talk about how can I say this? The human impact of this. I think I asked you earlier. How did you see it affect the kids when they had the laptops in front of them for the first time? So could you remember a particular person or persons or a story that you saw like a change happen while you were there visiting one of these schools?
So when I was in Ghana, I remember I had a few professors coming up and just thanking me because they know the students, right? I'm coming as an outsider, but they were saying, hey, you know what? This is going to help these students. So they just had a one-on-one conversation, and I was so grateful. And they was like, why do you do it? They asked me that question why, and I said, I'm a firm believer in education and technology, and also having to see the kids being successful. The kids in Ghana that goes to Kingridge's the school, right? Academy, Kingridge's Academy. They will have to implement and make changes in that community.
Yes.
So it's always like, hey, what can you give back to your community? So we kind of planting this, the seed, like we're coming with the resources, but just don't forget about your community.
Yes.
Don't forget about your culture, your people, So that's how you impact. But I'm just a vessel. I'm just planting the seeds. And these kids, they won't forget me,
No.
They won't. Because next, my goal is to be back in Accra, Ghana. Hopefully the end of the year. If not, we'll be back next year.
So what would you say the most rewarding moment for you so far?
Happiness. It's seeing happiness, man. Because I'm
kids
at a high
great.
point too. Kids are great. They're happy. They dance. I have videos on social media where I'm happy dancing and with the kids, engaging with the kids. It's just happiness. You being free. You feeling fulfillment of life. You feeling fulfillment of your purpose, your success. You're seeing, you started the project from A, and now you're actually seeing the fulfillment of, this is really happening, and it happened, and you just executed flawlessly. That's the best.
And now, do you stay in touch? I know, but for the audience, do you stay in touch?
Most definitely.
With the schools? We just don't go and then we leave. They never hear from us again. So we build a lasting relationship with the school and the students.
We have monthly check-ins. So we get via Zoom. We just send out a mass email to everyone. Teachers, the students, if they want to jump on, and mostly it's the teachers, and then sometimes they have the students on there. I'll just ask them how's the computer labs and how's things moving. So just checking in. It's also keeping relationships, right? So that's another thing that we focus on, building relationship, and also just asking what else can we do? Because we already executed this, but what else can we do for them?
That's important. Let's see. So 4 years, I'm so excited. We've been planning this, but that's what I also liked about us. The fact that we can go back to Haiti. So we just started, okay, well, what do we do next? Where next? And this is when DR in Africa came, about, our last function and the networking event. We just did this week, actually. So we met Chef Irie, so it was going to connect us with some people. And, but what was I going to ask you? So to watch you dance with the kids there now, do you get a benefit from it as well? Besides, the work that you do, is there a growth for you as well on these trips, on these projects?
Let me tell you something, man. Me as an adult, right? I'm 44. There's always an inner child in me, So being around the kids, they bring that inner child out. I love being around kids. I love helping kids, and that's why I won't open up a nonprofit if I wasn't investing in kids. I want to see them being successful, right? They feed something in me because as I'm giving love, I'm receiving love from them. So if I have 20 to 30 kids in front of me and they're all joyful, happy. That's all love coming right back to me. So I receive it.
Yeah.
So you never leave empty handed.
Now,
And
from
people
these
don't go ahead.
No, from these monthly meetings we do with Zoom, do we ever follow up with the kids, or are there ever some kids present? I got to participate more.
Yeah.
Zoom
You can
meetings,
jump on it. Then they'll exactly give you how they'll teach. They'll show you what they've been doing with the laptops and how things is going, and everything is going good. Feedback is always good, right? And the meetings is based on feedback, like how are things going, like what is the structure, how's the curriculum going. We need feedback.
Okay.
Because you just don't want to drop a project and not get that feedback, right?
Okay.
So it's, and also then you build from that.
Okay.
So in June they did a technology innovation expo, which they invited me, but I couldn't go to that one. But just once again, hey Mark, we want you to be back in Ghana. So next year they're gonna do it, and I will be in Ghana again doing the expo.
Next year?
Yes.
Okay, so hopefully I can tag along this time. Now, what does success looks like to you in terms of, with the kids? We spoke about, what the mission is and what we do. So I think you had mentioned it, in passing. So what does that mean? Okay, are we successful?
So
the Me'Yer Deus Foundation, with the schools we visited, with the computer labs, with the mentorship and leadership programs you've done.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about this. So there are some students that are struggling with depression and all those things, and we do engage with them. But the best thing for me is when they say, your leadership program helped them. That's success.
Okay.
They were struggling with these things, but now through the leadership program and the correct teacher implementing it, but you always got to emphasize positive things, positivity over these kids, right? So that to me is success, and also just providing them with that certificate and them walking through that state graduating.
Okay.
So once they graduate, middle school or high school, that's cultivating through us.
Now, the leadership program that you do, the mentorship, is it interactive with the kids?
Oh, yes.
Now, have you ever had a child or children tell you that, they feel like they have no future, that this is it for them, or what they didn't have a belief?
Well, the leadership program, so the teachers that teach the class, it's just asking, so the kids, they'll have to journal and then also have to do group. So we broke it down, group activities.
Okay.
So it's engagement activities. It's not just you like just lectures. It's really engaging activities in the book. I made it as a engagement book,
and that helps them too.
Yes,
where they can actually write it for themselves, where they can read it,
they can do
where they participate.
Yes.
So it's not just you in front of them lecturing them, or this is what you do. It's those styles that we grew up in.
Yes.
Nobody really asked us, okay, so how? What do we see? How do we feel?
Yeah.
And I think we had a teacher in university back in Haiti tell us, there are no bad students, but bad teachers. It's not like a one size fits all. So some kids, struggle in certain areas. So it's good when you can listen to the needs of the kids, especially coming in some abject, war-torn and violent communities. Sometimes you got to, even us as adults, you don't always deal with these things. So imagine for children.
Yep, in Ghana, I saw this in Ghana and Haiti and Dominican Republic. Kids are more connected to each other. They are more connected. They have little groups, but they're more loving and because I've seen it. So most definitely, they become each other's supporting system. And I was like, okay, that is your group. So you want your group to be successful. Who's going to lead? So we always have someone as the leader in the group, and then we rotate. So everyone get a chance to be a leader, and that's what it's about. Okay, you lead the group. So now they have that leadership quality already. Like, hey, how do I take authority? And that's where these are the small skills, but it will add on once they become more developed, right? It's just small things you put in them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're going to the next segment of the podcast. Now let's talk about the challenges via Me'Yer Deus. What was the biggest issues, struggles you had to deal with setting up the foundation, getting it up and running?
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you this.
Because before I came along, you were already operating.
Yep, I was ready.
Yeah, you already, were you 1 or 2 years in?
That was 2 years.
2 years in. 3 years in.
3 years in. So the biggest challenge, I'll never forget this. When I launched the foundation, I had my board members. I'll never forget this. And I was telling you, we're going to launch our first project in Haiti. Unfortunately, my entire board, they just said, no, we can't serve anymore because of the reason. And so people left, my board left me. And this is what I was saying. you make sure when you structure, I have to say this, when you structure a business, make sure you have the right people in your crew. Even though if people is not there to support you, don't let that stop your vision. Because I'm gonna tell you, that was the biggest challenge, like mentally, physically, emotionally.
I did not know that part.
Yes, wow. My board left me, and because they didn't see the same vision anymore, and I didn't have any funding. But one thing I remembered, I'll never forget, I prayed to God so much. I said, God, what do I do? And then I received this. Until today, I make a donation to my foundation. It started when I first opened this 2018. I was the first person to invest in my foundation. I still invest.
That must have been rough when your whole board.
Yeah, it was rough, but I appreciate those challenges because it made me more, how can I say, more of a leader.
Okay.
You know, I have the mindset now, you grow with people that want to grow with you.
That's true.
You grow, I'm going to say this again, you grow with people that want to grow with you. That is true. Right? And if those people didn't see themselves in a project in Haiti because they didn't like this and this and this, I still had to say, you know what, this is my vision, this is my calling, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, I'm lingering on this a little bit because I think there's a lesson in here for everybody. Now, there had to come a time where I'm not sure that the board members or even the challenges, struggles to go into Haiti itself, there had to be a time that you had to question yourself.
Yes.
Okay, is this worth it?
Yeah.
You know, so how did you deal with that?
So the way I dealt with it, I started to figure out who I was as an individual. What's my passion? What do I really want to do? And like I said, my medicine scene I had, that was my school. And I just loved the culture. I wanted to give something back to Haiti in 2018 so bad. I was like, this is the answer that I can help the people of Haiti, right? And Haiti was my first project. And ever since that, but the challenges was, how do I execute this without the resources?
Yeah.
So what I did, I read a lot of articles. I was on YouTube. I did my research. I reached out to people. I mean, I just did a lot of legwork, and I was doing it by myself. And then I had to revamp my board. I had to put people in with the same ideas, same vision, same mindset. And that's why you joined, you know, because you're like, you know what, Mark, I love what you do. Because the time when I went to Haiti the first time, you know, you weren't on the board.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't on the board. I wasn't. But you saw like, yo, this guy have all this stuff in the car, and we literally driving all the way up there. We stayed over there. We had all this stuff in the plane. I flew with the school supplies and everything to Haiti.
And to me, to me, that part was really important because I do believe in people who are actually physically there.
Yes.
Because when I left Haiti a while ago now, and you still help, you still participate in projects, but once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, you get all the nightmare stories of somebody's Ingledo came and they stole stuff, things are missing. And, you know, the funds you raise, people are actually sending them on vacation instead of doing the work, the mission that they're sent for. Yeah. So when I found out that you're not even Haitian, you don't even speak the language, which we got to start practicing about that actually. Yeah. So when I realized that it was actually you going and staying there, doing the classes yourself, the mentorship and leadership classes, and to have somebody translate for us. So you know what? This is what I want to do. This is what I want to get behind of. Because I was so left disappointed, even by the biggest, and you guys know them as well. And again, sometimes, and I have to always stress this, there's so many people who want to do good, but they just don't know how. And there's also a lot of people out there that don't have their heart is not in it, their passion is not in it. It's to make money or to take advantage of the people. Me right now as a Haitian who grew out there, who actually serve my community, who actually love my country. If you are going out there just, hey, let's pray, and then here's a bottle of water, and then you can jump back when you're planning to come back. You can, I was going to say something else, but this is a family show. You can, God bless you, you know. You can really, I don't want to say bad words because to me, I think they're really taking advantage of the situation. So there's not really a plan of development. There's not really a plan of growth. It's a plan of conditioning. You understand? Yes, again, a lot of time it's well-intentioned. You go there, but then when you leave, it's the same thing, the same mindset. Well, again, another reason, the second reason, my first one is the computer labs. Yeah. The second one is the mentorship, because now you're actually giving these kids now confidence, to self-belief. You understand that they can feel heard to, they can feel listened to now, that it's not just some guy who's from the US coming to give us laptop and just speaking and just disappears. No, we actually invested in these kids through these follow-up meetings. The computers don't work. We can also find them replacements. So there's a following with that. And again, it's been how many years you've been, Me'Yer Deus has been up and running?
Oh, we over 8 years now.
8 years, and we see we're going to be there for another 20 years.
We're going to run until we can't run no more. But also, I was about to say, to piggyback to what you were saying, your biggest challenge. My biggest challenge to me, mentally telling myself I'm accountable for this foundation. And there wasn't anyone within any shape or form that could stop me. I was so locked in with my vision.
Yeah.
I was just like, by the grace of God, no one can be with me, but I'm going to do this thing. You have to put in work. In order for you to be successful in life, you got to put in action.
Yeah.
If you don't put in action, if you pray to God, but you don't do any work, what is going to show? Nothing is going to show, right? Yeah. But we do the legwork. We out there.
That's important.
We flying. We not just we getting up on a plane and we flying out there with this stuff and executing, right? So it's action and then we see results. Action and then you see results. So that's the big. So what you was asking me, bigger challenge to me was just my mindset, and I knew I had to motivate myself. I committed until today. I take out of my personal account, donated to my foundation.
And again, people, now I know the first part, what I was saying, that a lot of these nonprofits, these big organizations, their heart is not in it. It's not really to help the country. Now, some of your hearts are in it, but if you don't have that passion, because some days you wake up, there's no monies, there's nothing. It's just you. Like you wake up, there's no board. It's just you. So you have to find a way to keep going. And we're not blaming or accusing. I know my tone sometimes can be harsh with these things because, again, I'm really passionate about helping the community. That's what comes first to me. It's the kids. So now some of you will start something and you can't continue, and that's okay. And this is why, you can connect with somebody else that's going to keep you going, because you got to remember your how. When things get tough, when things get complicated, when your people, just like they have told me, when I tell them, this is why even me sometimes it's hard to share what I'm doing now, my efforts from my country, because you always get people to discourage you. Oh, no, pas qu'à Haiti. Haiti pas bon. You can't do anything for Haiti right now. Haiti's upside down, this and this. But I'm like, okay, but what are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. And some people really have that experience where they have started something and they failed.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And we understand that as well, but you have to find a way to keep going. You have to align yourself with people, that have a yes, we can attitude, because, and once you put in your head that it's not really for you, it's for the country, it's for the community. It's not to get rich, whatever. It's like, what can you do for your community instead of just waiting? You understand? Well, it's not like we're going to wait for the trees and the rocks, to do something. The mountains are not going to move. So always find somebody with leg work. It's not somebody just talking about it. And I told you, when I saw that it was really you going there and we're just not sending the laptops and the books, I said, you know what? This is what I believe in. Somebody who was there on site. And there's a friend of mine that I just met recently who was actually down there. Well, there's a couple of them that are down there locally doing the legwork themselves. And these are the people we plan to collabing with, because I do believe in themselves too. They, could use a computer lab themselves, whether for professional use. So it's not just for kids we're doing this.
Yeah, and on all the projects that we launched, I was there.
Okay.
I was there delivering, executing. I guess.
So soon, one day, guys, you'll be seeing me too, whether that's going to be in Haiti. Yes, I do believe that, God willing.
We do want to branch out here in Miami too. Palm Beach, like we want to start opening up,
It's because I had one of the girls work for me, and she didn't have, unfortunately, the funds to buy a laptop. I said, what, Frantz, I need a laptop, for to go to college, and that's something we're gonna have to develop for the local community in Miami as
we want to serve.
And that was the whole meeting. Well, reason too, it's a meeting, the Miami Dade Chamber of Commerce.
Miami Dade Chamber of Commerce, also the African American Haitian Commerce. We started connecting with them too, because we do want to do something for the city of Miami, Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. So we're not limiting our resources, but we just try to make sure everything's executed the right way.
Okay. Now, anything you have learned yourself? I know you the leadership. You put down the curriculum. Anything have you learned along the years with that as well?
As far as
Leadership.
oh, I
Yeah.
mean,
Are you at the same place with the program where you
no,
started 8 years ago, or
no,
are you developing as
I
well?
feel
Does
like
the
I'm
curriculum change and evolve throughout the
so
years?
so when I started this in 2018, I was just literally by myself figuring this out, right? But
Mm.
as the foundation started to grow, mentally, physically, emotionally, my mindset started to grow too. Like I'm not the same person that I was 2018. I'm way more advanced.
Yeah.
I'm making better connections. I'm implementing better ideas. So personal growth over here
Hmm.
is like way higher. That's why I can just go to any country. I can fly out and say, "Hey, this is it," and they don't say no, Mark, because they love what I have to offer.
Yeah.
Right. So it is my mental space, my physical space, like emotional space, growth, personal growth. Oh, I'm
And I
way
have
up
to
there.
say that too. After what? We've been friends now for what? Over 10 years
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
10, 15
Over
years
15
now?
years. Yeah,
15
yeah.
years.
15
Yeah,
years. Over
friendship.
15.
So
Yeah,
yeah, again, this is somebody I know. This is
yeah,
not somebody I see on TV. This is not somebody I see on Insta. And again, for me, it's really important and necessary to work and build relationships, with people I know. Now, there's a lot of people I know who are calling me to help with this and help with that, but
yeah,
they're not really about it. You understand? Or they ask me to help them with something, but it's me who has to take it on. And like, hey, I can't do this by
yeah.
myself. So really, guys, I mean, that's my style. This is how I work because I do believe in building communities
Yeah.
and partnerships.
And also,
Okay, because you can't do it by yourself.
yeah, yeah, correct. And with you being on the board, right, we have this thing where, as a board, you work as a team, but you have
Mhm.
amazing ideas, and
Yes.
we move on those ideas. It's not like I can be the founder, the CEO, the president, but
Uh-huh.
it's also like what else does my team have to offer
Yeah.
and bring
And
collectively,
that's
and
something
those
I thought I could
ideas.
have done.
Yeah,
Like this whole podcast idea,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it
yeah,
has been out for
yeah,
many years. I tell my friends about it, but now we're kind of like developing some ideas to just show you guys more what we
yeah,
do.
yeah.
And I know I have to get better at that too. I mean, oh God, the world of influencing. I do not like it, but unfortunately, this is what you have to do. This is what the world is. And especially too, with all the things we're doing, kids now, they want to grow up to be influencers.
Yeah, fine.
And somebody told me recently now there are universities offering courses now to be influencers. I'm like, wait, so I have to go in debt now for 4 years to find out how to become an influencer? Like, come on.
Yeah, like I said, just find your right crew, the right people,
Yeah.
and people that you can cultivate, like you and the other
Mhm.
board members. You guys are cultivating me, with this
Yeah.
idea, and you guys trust my vision, my ideas, the way I execute. So that helps me out ease, right? And then also part of the board is just listening to what everyone have to offer, your
Mhm.
skill set, and that's why you're on the board, because you have an amazing skill set that helps me still front run this foundation and this project, right? So the skills that you bring, it helps us. And also that I like that born and raised in Haiti,
Yes.
and you giving back to your culture. So I appreciate that, because I don't have too many people that's doing it. People talk a lot in this
Yeah.
nonprofit world. I've learned people talk a lot, but the action is zero.
You
Right.
know,
So we talk about this. Let's not just talk, but let's just execute, right? And
that
we
was
talk about that a lot.
that was my biggest challenge. Because I was surprised as how many people I knew personally, intimately. I don't want to name names. I don't
No,
want
we're not
nobody
gonna
to
do
feel
that.
bad. I'm not attacking you, but I guess sometimes I have to be real and transparent about stuff. And this is why sometimes I get accused of being too harsh. It's not. It's not a hardship. Like I can understand why some people feel discouraged, why some people just don't want nothing to do with Haiti. I understand that. But then again, if it's not me, who else? That's why when you told me like you were working for Haiti, I'm like, wait a minute, you're not even Haitian. So
Yeah.
in a way, that kind of like motivated me. So you know what? C'est moi qui Haïtien. I'm Haitian myself, so I should be able to, partner or collab with
Yes,
somebody
yes,
who's
yeah.
actually going there to do something.
Yeah.
And again, so but yeah, it was really so. If my passion to help the country came from my environment, I would have given up a long time ago. And a lot of times people, it can be a parent, it can be a spouse, it can be your best friend that don't have the same vision. So what you do, you find the person who does. So really, when I would talk about this foundation for I've been involved for 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
And when I came on, this is when Haiti stopped. You understand? But when people were just discouraging me, oh no, leave Haiti alone. You can't go back there, because I do have ideas and other stuff I want to do outside of Me'Yer Deus,
Yeah.
I can talk about another podcast. And there's some friends of mine that I'm meeting who are actually living in Haiti or moving to Haiti that I want to go back to as well to do something, a lot of times you'll get discouraged because that's what I would say 80% of people that I know intimately had no, and it's not necessarily something bad. It's just that a lot of people get discouraged. So you have to always remember why you're doing this. Again, for me, it's not money motivations. It's my country. I love my people. Although a lot of times I don't get the love back. But then again, because even in Haiti myself and the community, doing some things, you get the hate, you get the jealousy, and there's other social stuff we can talk about because I'm accused of not being Haitian. I don't know. I don't look Haitian. Why am I doing for the community? I don't know what the hell that means because again, born and raised there. So you get all kind of challenges. You just have to have that vision. You understand? Like your belief. Why are you doing the things that you do? Because you will get challenged. And right now, since I guess this year, with the connections I've made with the people I've been talking to, I'm more motivated to go back and do something for the country. So those of you, we're sure you can come back and do something instead of just complaining and this and that. It's just you're in a bad environment. You got to find people who have the same belief and drive as you do. And it doesn't mean you have to create something yourself, just associate with somebody, with an organization, doing something that you believe in for the community. And again, we've been here for 8 years? Well, Me'Yer Deus for 8 years. So it's not like we just started last month or even last year. And even when we had those challenges, when we couldn't go to Haiti, we didn't stop. We didn't close shop. We say, okay, what do we do? Until Haiti, we can go back. What do we do? And this is when the international ideas came about.
Yeah. And also when Haiti just closed the doors and, we couldn't travel, we just branched out to Ghana and Dominican Republic. So we didn't stop the vision of the mission. Yeah. We just found out another resources, and that's what I'm saying. We're looking at branching out, opening up just more computer labs. I mean, if you're a beacon of hope, what's going to stop you?
Exactly.
I'm going to say this again. If you're a beacon of hope, if you are a beacon of hope, what's going to stop you? The only individual that's going to stop you is you. So for me, going into these countries, my mindset is different. I think that makes me unique because I see things different.
Yeah.
And
that's the experience. I can't wait to have that experience myself.
Yeah, I see things totally different, right? So that I can go in and say, hey, this and this, because I'm seeing it. And I'm not, whatever's going on there, it's okay. Yeah. Like, I understand that, but no, let's do this, right? So just, what difference can you make? And that's where you're just solving a little problem. I'm just solving a little problem behind education and technology. It's just solving little problems, so I do want to go into, like I said, Belize, Brazil, Jamaica, I want to go there and I say, hey, let's go. Yeah. What's going to stop is it's the same program we're running. We're just saying, hey, we want to just add on more value to those schools that might need it. So.
Man, I can't wait for the days where I'm actually there because I do have a background in technology as well. That's how I met your brother. His brother's my best friend, by the way. So that's how we met. So I can't wait when I'm actually there hands-on because I'm a hands-on guy. I like touching stuff. I'm a contractor builder by trade, but I did go to school for computer science. So I can't wait to actually put my hands, and actually have a few kids who know the teachers help us put these things together. And as well, participate in the leadership class, itself, because I think through programs that we did from our church, being a community leader as well. So I can't wait really to do it, for kids that has an impact for their community as well. You understand? God bless me with this experience. I can't, because I feel like we're ready for it. Well, you've been out there.
It's been out there, and let me tell you, it gets better every time. Yeah. Especially when you start the program and you're like, okay, this is the next school. You talk, you develop relationship, you put in your game plan, you start from scratch, and then you execute, and then you're like, it's a feeling of joy, happiness. You're like, man, we did another one down the book. So it's just your reward. You will always be rewarded. And sometimes the reward doesn't come with money, but money don't define me.
No, that's the thing. Right? We're not,
I'm like literally like, yo, man, we did it again, boys. Let's go back to the drawing book and get another school.
We would have been out of here for a long time.
Like I said, I had my board, that left me. But now it's just,
And I gotta say, being in the background for a while too, and I'm looking forward. I met somebody recently who was like out there. She's out in the fields, and now that motivates me, to be out there too, with you and with her,
you find
doing
your
different things in the community.
And my biggest goal to I do want to collab. So if there's more people out here that want to collab with me, that's already up there, doing work in the diaspora in Ghana, Dominican Republic, Haiti. Want to connect with me, just reach me through my email on my website that I already said, www.meyerdeusfoundation.org. Most definitely, I'm open to it because I feel like if we have the right people connected, we can do so much more damage, right? And just take the picture of that people paying for Haiti, right? Just, I don't even look at that. To me, Haiti is us now. It's not tomorrow is gone. Like yesterday is gone, right? Yeah. Tomorrow's still coming, right? But it's just us now, right? You just define like, okay, what
just
can I
so
do
the
now?
People know as well. We did have a couple of young women. Talk about joining us. It's just that the time didn't align because at that time we were ready to go. School was about to close.
Right.
And I think it's good also for young girls, to see, another woman, I guess, talk to them as well, because so far it's been only you doing the leadership programs.
I invite women too, because guess what? I have a vision board for women that, how you call it, it's just catered to women. And we ran a program for women empowerment, and I presented that book. So it's just a vision board book for the women, for the youth.
Yeah, because
girls.
In the Haitian community, women are very important. And we have a saying, femme c'est poto mitan. Whenever I see a Haitian woman doing anything, and I've come from a long line of strong, working, independent women, we just back them up. So yeah, we're gonna do some things for girls as well. So to wrap up, the future for Me'Yer Deus.
Future for Me'Yer Deus. So what we want to do, we want to open up more computer labs. We want this program to excel, to exceed. And if you want to join our vision, our mission statement, and be a part of Me'Yer Deus Foundation. Like I said, we're in Haiti, we're Dominican Republic, we're in Ghana, we're launching Cap Haitian again, and we want to do Jamaica and all these other countries. So if you want to be a part of that movement, most definitely I'm going to plug my socials again. My Instagram is MEYERDEUS, and my website is www.MEYERDEUSfoundation.org. And once again, we are big on education and also just opening up computer labs for technology for the kids, because we do want to see them succeed.
Okay, now final to close. One last word for any young person watching that hasn't, where there could be a kid in Okap right now, or a kid in Jamaica, or maybe Africa. What would you like to say to a kid that has it, that we haven't gone to a school yet?
Okay, good question. And I like this, So the thing I would tell you, kids, most definitely, don't limit yourself. The first thing I would tell you, do not limit yourself. Go after your success, go after your passion, go after your goals. Don't let limitation, have your vision as far as what you can do. The sky's the limit, and that's something I've learned and worked through. So most definitely, if there's any women, any girl, any adult out there that really want to figure out what can I do or how I can improve my community, get connected, get plugged in, and also join Me'Yer Deus Foundation, because we really help people succeed.
Okay, and with that, guys, we're going to say goodbye. I have been your host, I guess.
Yes.
Frantz Prosper, also known as Frantz. This is my guy right here, Mark Meyer, and we are Me'Yer Deus Foundation and Haiti Chérie. Nabvini. Okay, Timonio, prepare, Nabvin pote support pa nou, and anybody, again, plugging with somebody who can do something about the country, because you can always make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Once again, shout out to HaitiTourism for this amazing podcast. We love it.
And guys, don't forget, subscribe to HaitiTourism TV, okay? Marlon here is doing great work for the community, and we do have different shows and ideas coming up. So subscribe for HaitiTourism TV. They do give out, gifts and prizes, and it's also exposing the better sides of Haiti. There are different shows coming on here, and this one is about education, not just for the Haitian community, but for the international community as well. But we're going to be focusing more on Haiti.
Got it.
And also we have a little filming thing too we're going to do, but we'll save that for the other podcast. Okay. And I plan to do a historical and cultural show as well just got to get back with my co-host. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Appreciate it.